Hello there, and welcome back to Normal Guy Games. Now, originally, I wasn't going to touch this topic because I'm a normal guy and I like to play games. I like to paint models. And getting into the whole custodes thing, or the lady custodes, as the current issue is running, I just kind of originally, I just thought to myself, I just kind of want to make content, play games, and do stuff like that. But you know, honestly, I was watching one of the videos from Commissar Gamza, and to tell you the truth, something he said resonated with me. And the thing is, as a person, I don't agree with Games Workshop's decision just to try and change the lore. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like right now, my whole living room is torn apart. I'm actually supposed to be doing a video on these guys. Just got these just recently and started putting them together. And well, I don't really have that choice right now because I have everything in disarray. So let's just dive in. Now, I will say that I have been a Games Workshop customer for a very long time. And when I say a long time, I mean a long time. I've been buying Games Workshop products for quite some time now. And I've always been really interested in the lore. And I've always loved the improvements they made on their models. I mean, for God's sake, I mean, look at this thing. This is amazing, right? This is amazing. At first, I thought, when I got this, I was like, this is the pinnacle of all that is. It's an Eldar Phantom Titan. Holy shit. You know, I was so excited. But now, I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he's magnetized. He's ready to go. He's ready to rock. I'm ready to hit a battlefield. But I'll be honest with you. I've always been kind of a live and let live kind of person. I've never been one of those kind of people that wants to shove himself or his opinion into other people's faces. And I kind of expect the same thing. But it seems like nowadays you can't get that. You can't just expect someone not to shove their opinion in your face. And I think that the tourists that are currently invading every space. I mean, look what happened to Dungeons and Dragons too. I mean, they come in and all of a sudden you can't use the word race, and people are drawing real world amalgams to things that are not real. I mean, orcs are not real, guys. If you have a hard time gripping reality, then you shouldn't be playing these games. You should get help. But to not veer off from this issue, I don't agree with the way that Games Workshop is doing this. I think there were better ways to make improvements. I mean, why not give more units to the Sisters of Silence? Why not do a showcase on Sisters of Battle? I mean, as a matter of fact, that's the next army I'm working on. Sisters of Battle. I got this from my local game store quite a while ago, like 4 months ago. And that's the next army I'm working on. But the thing is, I don't think I'm going to be buying any Games Workshop models for a while. At least not firsthand like that. I mean, I might buy some secondhand off of a person that's trying to get rid of them, but I don't know. The thing is, the people right now that are the loudest are the people that are not going to support Games Workshop. They're not going to go and buy your models, GW. They're not going to start an army of female custodes, whatever, however you pronounce it. Everybody pronounces it differently. The thing is, there's already representation in Warhammer, and I feel like representation, though, is not the big draw on Warhammer. That's just a political stance, and political stances really kind of don't have a place in a space where you're trying to play a game. You're just trying to game. I mean, there are assholes in every genre, in every hobby, in every activity. there are going to be assholes in Warhammer. There's assholes in Dungeons and Dragons. You know, I mean, you can't avoid it. It's like the rule of the galaxy, the rule of the universe. There will always be assholes. Personally, I'm not trying to be the asshole here. I'm not trying to be an asshole at all. I just think that the people that are trying to get these changes made to all of these different hobbies, they're the ones that don't give a crap about the hobbies. They're not going to stay. They're not going to buy your books. They're not going to buy your games. You know, they may look at something in passing and go, oh, okay, I did a thing. Look, we did a thing. Yay, we win. And then they're going to move on to the next hobby and ruin it. If you're coming into a hobby and trying to change it, you're not a fan of the hobby. You're a tourist. You're an activist. We don't need activists in a made-up game. This is fantasy. And before someone says, oh, well, if it's made up in fantasy, what does it matter? Well, I pose that question to you. Why are you coming into my hobby and making it matter to you? Why are you saying it matters to you? That's not my problem. If you have an issue with something, that is your problem. If you take offense to something, okay, you're offended. Nobody cares. Move on. I don't know. I feel like this whole thing is just one big mess, and it just keeps getting worse, and it's just unavoidable now. And like I said, I was originally just going to give this whole thing a pass because all I want to do is I want to make videos and content, and I want to play games. But there are lines being drawn, and I just can't stand by and watch something like this happen to another hobby that I love. I don't even play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition anymore because honestly, I stopped buying books from Tasha's on because I don't agree with the way they're changing everything. You know, to change the fundamentals of the game, unless it's for something good, it's just arbitrary. It's arbitrary and it's not necessary. I'm not going to support the next version of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm not getting Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition. If I play D&D, it's going to be probably 3.5. 2nd edition, or even 1st edition. I still have my 1st edition books. And there are a lot of better RPGs to play out there. And honestly, you know, there's a lot of skirmish games out there to play too. I don't just play Games Workshop games. As a matter of fact, I rarely play Games Workshop games. The game that I play the most is Kill Team, and I haven't played Kill Team in probably 4 months. I think it's been 4 months, because it's just kind of dropped off. I mean, there are people playing 10th edition and all that, but I don't know. It's just too big for me. I've even got armies. I've got armies for, you know, full armies for Warhammer 40,000 and for Warhammer. Well, I was about to say Warhammer Fantasy, but for Age of Sigmar, I don't play very much. I like to paint. I like to skirmish. I like to play small games like, you know, Kill Team or Rangers of Shadow Deep or Frostgrave or Stargrave or, you know, 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, 5 Parsecs from Home. I like those small but gritty games, especially games that you can really sink your teeth into. And as a matter of fact, next week I have a battle report from 5 Parsecs coming. And I'm going to be doing some more too, because I've got some stuff for Don't Look Back, and I've been dying to play Don't Look Back. I've been dying to play Hametsu as well, so we're probably going to do that. I also picked up a copy of Shadows of Brimstone, Forbidden Fortress. I'm going to paint that up, probably for the channel, and I'm going to play that also. I still have Cursed City. I finished painting Cursed City, and I haven't played yet. I'm going to play some games. I'm going to do some stuff, but I have completely divested from what I originally wanted to do and say here. And that's because I get excited about games. I get excited about my hobby. Who doesn't? Well, the people that come in and try and change some shit, those are the ones who don't get excited about it. They're not worried about you unless you are not doing what they want. They're not worried about your hobby. They don't care about your hobby. They're not going to buy the miniatures, buy the paints, buy the books. They're going to come in, they're going to try and make their changes, and they're going to make a big stink and make a big fuss. And then they're going to move on once they ruin it and find something else to do, leaving the rest of us going, well, we don't want to play this anymore. So, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, the whole deal puts a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't like seeing the politics of it in the news, let alone in my hobby. You know, all of these people that scream at the sky because something didn't happen the way they wanted it to. Or, you know, do weird things like that. You know, people that, I don't even want to go down that road. I just want to play games. Leave me alone. Go away. We don't want you in here if you're going to make trouble. Leave us be. What does it matter if we are gatekeeping the hobby? We're not gatekeeping anything. What we're doing is we are preserving something that we love. Personally, I think it's great when a lady decides to join in on 40,000, on D&D, on all of these things. I am more than willing. My wife plays these games. My daughter plays these games, and that's amazing. I love it. There are 40K players in my hometown here that, you know, they're ladies. And you know what they play? They play Tyranids and Orcs for the most part. I'm the one that has a Sisters of Battle army. I'm the one that has a Drukhari army I need to start. I'll be honest with you. I think I've seen more female players that play Orcs and Tyranids. I want to say all the ones I know actually play Tyranids. Pretty sure. As a matter of fact, any ladies that watch my channel, what armies do you play? Hell, anybody that watches the channel. Get in the comments. Tell me what armies you play. Tell me what games you play. Is there something I've missed? You know, is there a game I need to know about? I've been interested in Forbidden Psalm too. And, there's Mechborg, or is it something Steel? There's something on Kickstarter. I backed the skirmish game version of it, not the RPG version of it. I'm actually quite excited about that. I've got some BattleTech mechs I need to paint up. Oh, I want to play BattleTech so bad. Okay, anyway. So, look, the end all be all here is that these people that are coming in and making changes to the hobby, we can just ignore them. And I really hope that companies like Games Workshop will kind of grow a spine a little bit and just say, look, it doesn't matter. You guys we're in a make-believe hobby. We're playing pretend and we're throwing small plastic figures on a table. So anyway, that's my thought on everything, and thank you for watching.